I'm Gray. Hello to my returning subscribers and hello to my new ones. Anyone who's new here, I'm excited you're here and that spirit has aligned us in this moment. So I am a tarot reader and a psychic, and today I'm going to be doing a reading all about your glow up and what's happening in your life in that regard. So we're going to have 7 piles today, and they are all corresponding to the different chakras, and I'm really excited for this reading and nervous to show my face, but hello, here I am. So yeah, I need to light the candles behind us, and then I'll show you the different piles and we'll get into your reading. So I look forward to working with you guys and reading your energy today. So let's look at the piles. There are 7 piles today. The first one we have is red. The second is orange. The third is yellow. The fourth is green. The fifth is blue, light blue. The sixth is indigo. And the 7th is purple. So I'll give you a second to meditate on the piles. If you are drawn to more than one, that's completely okay. You can watch however many feels right for you. I'll see you in your pile. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the red, then this is your reading on your glow up. So I have some oracle cards already laid out, and I forgot to light the candles behind me. 1 second. I'm all about the candle vibes. So, oh, and then my lighter's red, so that's interesting. So red corresponds to the root chakra. So your reading will be all about basic necessities. I have a feeling like survival mode and what you really need to hear about in your life, although it'll be more complex than that. I think your glow up has to do with the root chakra activation. So yeah, I'm gonna pull a few tarot cards to begin the reading. So we have the 3 of Wands, we have the Empress, we have the Mother of Swords in reverse, we have the Son of Wands in reverse, we have the Sun, and then we have the Tower in reverse. So pile 1. Your glow up is all about letting go of situations that don't give you what you deserve. And you're in an expansive time where you're following your light and doing what you really love. With the 3 of Wands here and the Sun, this period of your life is all about you finding what truly lights you up and what gives you joy. In the past, you've definitely dealt with people who didn't treat you right, who didn't give you your fair share, is what I'm hearing. I think there's some father abandonment wounds here, or issues with the father archetype at least, where you might have been looking for somebody to protect you or be your savior, be your survival mechanism, your vehicle to safety. And part of your destiny in this life is breaking away from feeling like you need a protector other than yourself. You might have hooked up or been intimate with people. You felt like sex was a sign of worth for a time. And you put up a lot of walls. I think you're in the period of your life now where you're putting up a lot of walls and letting go of things that don't serve you. You're protecting yourself at all costs. And I feel as though in the boundary system of life, you had no boundaries, and then you put up a wall, so you kind of went all the way to the other side of the spectrum, where you were kind of letting people walk all over you, and you realized that you didn't deserve this, so you put up walls and kind of kept everyone out. And what you're learning to do right now is to have boundaries, where you have internal and external boundaries, where it's not you completely shutting people out, but it's you not letting people dictate your worth, dictate what you deserve in this life, and what really matters to you. This is all about you leveling up and really realizing your worth, and realizing that what you had in the past wasn't going to fulfill you in the long run. You stepped away from a romantic partner, or from partners who give you less than you deserve. You're really leveling up in what you want out of a partner, and what you want out of yourself too. I see you creating a lot of stability in your life, and just creating a life for yourself that makes you happy. Like, this is all in your hands, and I think you have this excitement towards life that you hadn't had for a long time, and you were basing your worth off of other people's opinions of you. You're realizing that you are the master of your fate, and no one else is. It's all up to you, which is like the most liberating thing in the world, and the most like, oh shit, it's me. So yeah, your psychic abilities are definitely enhancing, and you're leaning on the spiritual side of your life more. And these changes are coming in fast. I have the new moon card here, so I would keep up to date with the new moon cycles and what's happening. You're finally seeing your power and going out into the world with the knowledge of that power in a way you hadn't before. You're not letting anyone tell you your worth. It's only you who decides it. And you're realizing there was people in your past who just couldn't see your light and see how beautiful you truly are, and that's not your fault, that's their fault. Yeah. You're definitely working on a project right now. You're doing something to secure yourself, to secure your autonomy and self-reliance. I think the people who raised you, there's definitely parental wounds you're healing at this time. The absent father, the overbearing mother. Those are generalizations. Everyone's situation's different. I feel like you weren't allowed to focus on yourself for a very long time. You weren't raised to focus on yourself. And you're learning how to give yourself joy, how to really carve a life for yourself that's on a solid foundation, that feels true to yourself. That's the crux of this reading, is you making a life that's lived for yourself rather than lived for other people. And you're doing a very good job. The cards here are very, very prosperous, very affirming. We have the if you believe card here, and you're learning how to believe in yourself and really give yourself the space for the life you want to live. And you're being graced with this new experience because you have humility. You haven't grown vengeful or resentful because of how badly people treated you. You've kept your pure heart and your innocent outlook on the world despite these hardships. And part of the way you did this was by putting up those walls so that people couldn't affect your sense of self. But you're learning how to have boundaries now instead of these walls. And you're going to do great things with your life. This is just the beginning. of you really taking your life into your own hands. You've made some decision not to live in fear, to live in love, and to build a strong foundation for yourself. And you're expanding. And whatever you cut out of your life was never going to serve you in the long run. It was inevitable that it would have to end. You're growing a tree. You're really laying down solid roots for yourself, and you're doing it in your way and not in how others expect you to do it. That's funny because we talked about the root chakra, and we're also talking about tree roots. You're being rooted fully into your proper life, into the life that'll truly make you happy. You aren't living for anyone else. You have found the foundation that serves you. And if you haven't, this is where you're headed. Yeah. This is very powerful, Pile 1. So your glow up is really just carving a new life for yourself that isn't based on other people's expectations or opinions. You're living for yourself, and everyone should do that. It's like the sentiment of filling up your cup before you fill up other people's cups. You can't fill up other people's cups with an empty cup. This is a very prosperous time for you, and I see joy continuing to increase in your life. I think there's like a middle school graduation happening near my apartment, so maybe you're graduating. Maybe not middle school, hopefully not. This page is for adults. Yeah, you're in a new phase of your life is the best way to say it, and your external environment's reflecting that internal reality of what you truly want. And you're leaving behind situations that didn't serve you, and you're building a strong foundation for yourself, and that about covers it. So I think spiders are a positive synchronicity for you, as well as butterflies and moths. And there might be passages in random books that are signals from the universe about your path. So just pay attention to the signs. That's what I'm seeing. Your foundation is being laid, and it's a solid one. I'm happy for you, Pile 1. It was an honor to read for you, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, Pile 2. If you chose the orange paint, then this is your reading on your glow up. So, orange firstly corresponds to the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra on our bodies. And a lot of it has to do with emotions and relationships in this life, as well as our sexuality. So, it's also the second color on the rainbow in Roy G. Biv. So, I'm going to shuffle a few tarot cards. I already have some oracle cards laid out, and then we'll get into your reading on your glow up. We have 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Mother of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Love to see it. Love to see that. And Justice. Okay. We also have the 6 of Wands on the back of the deck. So your glow up is pretty amazing. This is all about only taking what you deserve in your relationships. I can see in all of the cards, you are no longer settling for less than you really want. You're making sure your needs are met by yourself first, and you wouldn't consider bringing in a romantic partner who doesn't meet your needs. But I'm not just seeing this in terms of romance, I'm also seeing this in regards to friendships and really just anybody you bring into your life. You've had to let some people go and choose a new direction. I'm seeing you realize there was people in your life that weren't serving you and serving your happiness. And that's a phase we all go through. Everyone experiences these trials and errors in life, and what doesn't work and what will work. And your glow up is not, you don't have shame about having those bad relationships in the past. You realize they had to happen for you to find the right relationships. It's all about trial and error. I see you healing deep abandonment wounds and realizing that these wounds of abandonment from childhood were a lot of the reason you were clinging on to certain relationships in your life. After you heal that root, the root of it, you're able to move forward and see those relationships in a different perspective and realize that it's for the best they're leaving your life. So we have both the tree and mushrooms, and these cards are all about being patient and letting things grow that'll be long lasting. It's about really creating a solid foundation in your relationships. You've definitely been healing your inner child, as I was referencing before. And you're really just caring for yourself and making sure things and people are really who they say they are. You're looking at their actions instead of their words. I just saw 333 on the timer as well. That might be significant for you. You're really searching for the truth of relationships and communing with spirit to be guided in the right direction. You have a faith in that you're being led in the right path. You're definitely a very creative person, and I see you coming into relationship with your life partner, the person you're supposed to be with, and I see it happening fairly soon. The next person you're with will definitely be that life partner. We have worth waiting for and calling in your soulmate, and also honeymoon. And I feel like you're in a honeymoon stage in your life where you're having this honeymoon phase of romanticizing life with everyone who's in your life at this point. I think you're just really proud of yourself for fighting self-sufficiency. And the reason you're able to have this perspective towards your relationships is because you're who comes first in your life, and you take care of yourself first. And you cutting out the people you needed to cut out, it was based on actions. It wasn't callous or not decisions you hadn't thought through. You very much thought through these decisions. Your glow up is trusting in spirit, knowing that what happened was meant to happen to lead you here. And you're living more in the energy realm than, you're making decisions more based on energy than feelings or emotions, because energy is the base of our thoughts and the stories we tell ourselves and the emotions we feel. So you're working at that ground level of energy to know what's right for you and what's wrong for you. You aren't taking things as personally right now. You're realizing that everything's based on energy and how energy attracts and repels each other. I was telling Pile 1, there's a middle school graduation going on right now, so maybe you've had to say goodbye to some people you knew from school, and that's perfectly okay. It's completely natural to let go of people in our lives. We can only carry so much, and life is supposed to be a constant evolution and growth. And I see that you know this, and you're really on the right path. You have a high level of discernment. Your glow up is you creating a stable life for yourself with solid relationships in it, where you take care of yourself first. You fill your cup first, and then you fill other people's. I see this being very healthy. And it's because you've worked through past pain and wounds. It's because you've healed your sacral chakra. And I think you have a very good perspective on the fact that there's no reason to have regrets on life already lived, because it teaches us something. you have a very wise perspective. And you're headed toward victory as well in your creative pursuits. I'm seeing that November and December will be significant months for you, as well as July. You are really having a breakthrough because you've figured out what serves you and what doesn't serve you any longer. You've took a hard look at your life and figured out what really matters to you, what really fulfills you and sustains you rather than drains you. Spirit really wants you to continue on your artistic pursuits and continue believing in yourself and putting yourself first. It's a hard thing to do in this world. Okay, so we also have the Midheaven card coming out. And the Midheaven relates to your legacy, reputation, and career. This is about you're creating a solid foundation for your legacy on this earth, and I see it being through your creative pursuits. And it's definitely connected to your spirituality in some way. You have infinite potential, and you really have all you need within you to succeed. Your glow up is knowing your worth and not taking less than you deserve from people. You're really creating a life for yourself that fulfills you. And you've had to go through dark times to get to this new chapter. So yeah. Spirit just keeps saying you have everything within you need to succeed. And the best is yet to come. So I'm excited for you. Remember that July, November, and December will be significant. Okay. I'll see you in another reading, pile 2. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you chose the yellow, then this is your reading on your glow up that's happening. So yellow corresponds to the sacral chakra. Or no, it doesn't. It corresponds to solar plexus chakra, but I have in your cards, in your oracle cards I already have laid out, I can see the second group's relevant to you. The second pile is relevant. So if you feel called to look at it, I would. So I already have your oracle cards laid out, but I'm going to shuffle tarot now. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the World in reverse. And we have we have the Knight of Cups on the back of the deck. Okay, pile 3. Your glow up, firstly, is that you're healing a lot of generational trauma. I feel as though there's members of your family who play the victim. And I feel as though you are no longer letting yourself be victimized. You've seen how they act. And you're saying no more to that. You've had a burdensome inheritance from your family line. And you've been doing a lot of healing. And because this pile has to do with the solar plexus, I do think your glow up has a lot to do with your confidence in yourself. You're really bringing in the friends that align with you, and I feel like you've already brought them in. and you're in a still water period of your life. And you have so much more life to live too. With the world in reverse, I'm really seeing that a lot more has yet to happen. But you've really cleared a lot of baggage away from your life. And it's leaving the space for you to have success. We have the success card here, which is very auspicious. Your glow up is allowing you to live the life you really want to live and create the art you really want to live, or create too. With the Sun of Cups on the back, I see you enjoying your life in a way you haven't in a very long time and having fun with it and meeting people who really inspire your artwork and inspire your creativity. The Otter card is here too, and I just see you, really your glow up's just finding happiness again and finding joy in your day-to-day life and realizing that even if things aren't exactly how you want them yet, you're emotionally fulfilled. With Trust the Seasons here, I see we're in cycles of life all the time, and this might be a slower one for you, but that will change. You're just transforming, you're transitioning into a new reality. I feel as though you're really taking things slow in terms of love and romance and really seeing what you want rather than worrying about what the other person wants. And that's how you are in your relationships too. You're not people pleasing. You've really healed both your sacral and solar plexus chakra is what I'm seeing in your cards. And I'm seeing that April could have been a very significant month for you, and that October will be as well. I'm hearing still waters run deep. So even if this is a slower period in your life, there's a lot of substance to it and a lot of growth and change that's happening behind the scenes, even if you can't see it. The You're Ready card is here as well. And I think you're really just ready to live this happy life and make decisions that are in your happiest mind that really will make you happy rather than other people happy. You're definitely having better friends come into your life than you've had in a very long time, if ever. And I feel like you're writing more than you used to. You're preserving this time in your life, and you're emotionally fulfilled in a way you haven't been in a really long time. And this is boosting your confidence in yourself. And this spread really, to me, is all about there being no instant fix, and that these things take time, but you're healing what needs to be healed. And your daily practices and the things you do each day are sustaining you. The Make an Altar cards here as well. And I think you're being told that having a daily routine of having a quiet time where you commune with spirit and do that in whatever way you choose could be very healing and satisfying to your soul. You have a wisdom to you where you trust yourself and you trust your path. And you know that there's so much more life to live. Spirit's keeping this a little vague as to what's happening for you. But you're going through a transition. I'm hearing the theme song of Big Mouth, the I'm going through changes. I feel like you're kind of in disbelief at the reliability of the people that have come into your life, and that it's safe for you to love them, and it's safe for you to enjoy your projects. And I feel like you were in survival mode for a very long time, and you're in a new phase of your life, and that's brought you so much peace and happiness, but it'll take a little bit to get used to feeling this comfortable. You've definitely done the work necessary to heal generational curses and trauma. And I feel like you're kind of in a rest phase from clearing out that baggage and clearing out that heaviness. Let's see. I want to ask the tarot cards what you have to look forward to, because it's a little vague at this point. For pile 3, what do they have to look forward to? Okay. So, I feel like you're at a stage where you're currently walking away from things, because we have the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Cups here. And that's all about tension and built up stressful energy. And so I feel like you're walking away from things that no longer serve you, and people who no longer serve you, the relationships that don't align with you. I think pile 2 is very significant to you. I'll say that one last time. You're learning how to stand up for yourself and not feel trapped in these relationships that you're not trapped in. You're learning honesty, and you're not taking anything for granted. You've realized that a lot of things and people in your life weren't aligned with you. And I feel like it really affected your sense of self and your sense of confidence. And as you stand up for yourself and as you make decisions that are for you and not for other people, your glow up will continue to happen. And this is a process. For a lot of you, I see that you've healed this trauma and this karma, but there might be a few situations coming in right now to test your ability to choose yourself and stand up for yourself. I see that's what's happening at this point, is you're having to walk away from things, and this might just be a reverberation of the major changes you've already made. Hey, pile 3. Your video got cut off. So anyways, what I'm seeing is, I think you're going through some tests where you're having to face similar situations that you faced in the past. And it's to help you get through this time and to clear out the things in your life that are currently there that don't serve you. And this is a test for you to stand up for yourself and not feel trapped in situations that you can get out of. You're being upfront and honest with yourself about what you truly want, and you're not taking less than you deserve. So I think these are reverberations of events you've already experienced. It's almost as though this is like confirming that you learned your lesson in those past events. I see this being a very joyous time for you, but it's almost as though you have to go through these difficult times to continue this glow up and continue knowing your confidence and sense of self. Like, you have to, the more you realize isn't good enough for you and isn't in alignment with you, the more you'll know yourself and know what you stand for. So, yeah, pile 3. You have a lot of good coming to you. Remember that April and October are significant months for you. And yeah, I'm sorry you have to deal with these situations, but you are finding harmony and wisdom from these experiences and true friendships. And you have so much to look forward to. This is just a moment in your life. So, yeah, this is all I'm getting for you, Pile 3. It's an honor to read for you, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, Pile 4. If you chose the green paint, then this is your reading on your glow up. So, I already have the oracle cards laid out here, and I was going to draw the tarot first, but I feel as though I'm going to just get into the oracle cards for you guys and then draw the tarot after I've talked for a little. So Spirit's definitely coming through for you to tell you you're worth so much more than you're going through right now. My heart is like hurting for you. There's a situation in your life that you deserve to get out of, Pile 4. And Spirit brought you here today to tell you that it's time for you to, even if you don't believe in Spirit, whatever you believe in, I think there's a very toxic energy in your life right now, and you know what it is. And it could do with relationships, and it could be anything. I think it's a masculine presence. Spirit's asking you, or regardless of what you believe, this situation has hurt your sense of self-worth. Your heart is broken, and you can get out of this situation, and I'm here today to say that you can get out. We have the Saboteur here, and it says highlights the fear of self-empowerment and the changes it'll bring to your life. You need to choose yourself and get out of this situation. There are people in your life who will help you. We have helpful people, and the situation will improve. There are support systems you can go to. There are people you can contact in your life, or basically you're saying that Spirit's saying that there's some significant red flags in your life that you are being asked to look at and take seriously, and realize that you deserve so much better than this. You aren't in this situation, you aren't able to speak your mind. You're not allowed. Whatever this is, it's really hurting your sense of self-worth. And listen, if you don't have a situation like this in your life, then this is not your pile, because Spirit's really coming through to tell you you deserve more than this, and it's time to make a change. Whatever this is sucking you dry. With the hummingbird, someone keeps taking all of your joy and happiness, or something. And here we have stay optimistic about your love life. You deserve the best. You deserve someone or people in your life, regardless of if this is romantic, or it could be so many different things, but you deserve like the best. And you are being asked to stand up for yourself with helpful people. You really can find support in this. And you're being asked to. The learning cards here, and it's all about getting information, and right now I think you're being asked to plan and figure out what you're going to do about this situation. This situation's really affected your self-worth, and regardless of if it's like how negative this situation is, you're being asked to get out of it, because it's just going to continue making you feel worse about yourself. And you just need to trust in whatever God you believe in right now to help you get through this and get you out of this. And the fact you're on this reading right now shows that you have that support, and from whatever is out there that you believe in. And you listening to this video for this long also shows that you just need to make this change for yourself and find peace. Find peace. I'm going to look at the tarot cards now. So, what do we have for pile 4? You're being asked to take charge of your life and know that you will find stability, and you will have stability regardless of what you leave behind. You're being asked to stand up for yourself, and because you know the truth of this situation and what you need to do. You know it, and I think that you're scared of people not helping you, but you will have help. And this situation will improve. This will get better. I think you're scared to move forward and do things differently. That's what you're being asked to do. You have everything you need to get through this, and yeah, I mean, pile 4, the bottom line is that there's something in your life that's taking your life force, it's taking your energy, it's depleting you. It could be addictions, it could be people, it could be work. Whatever this is, and you know what it is, this is your call to action. This is your call to make the changes necessary and choose yourself and realize that you deserve better than what you have currently. Whatever this is, and you know what this is. It's staring you in the face. You're this beautiful person, and I feel like this thing has really made you think less of yourself and not be able to stand up for yourself, and it's time for you to do something about it. I'm hearing be the change you wish to see in the world. So that's all. This is a short reading, but I've said what Spirit wants me to say, and I'm so sorry you're going through this, and you have so much to look forward to in the future. You just got to take the next step to get out of whatever the situation is. And I don't say this lightly. I wouldn't be saying this if the message wasn't abundantly clear. I think you have a very negative mindset about this, and you just need to choose yourself and figure out the path out of hell is misery. The path out of hardship is going through more hardship, and that fucking sucks. It's the truth. And the only way out is through. So, yeah, pile 4, I'm sending you all of my love. Please choose yourself. I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, pile 5, if you chose the light blue, then this is your reading on your glow up. So, that color corresponds to the throat chakra. So your glow up is happening in your speech and in your ability to communicate your true needs and what you want. So I already have the oracle cards laid out, and then I'm going to shuffle the tarot now to see what Spirit has to say. Ooh. Four of Wands in reverse. Daughter of Pentacles. The Moon. I'm hearing I can see clearly now the rain has come. Two of Pentacles. Death. And Two of Swords. So, pile 5. Your glow up is you choosing to stand up for yourself and speak your mind and what's true to you, what you know to be true for yourself. I feel like there's two groups of people here, those who've already made this change and those who are going to, inevitably. And for those who haven't yet, Spirit's calling you to see how your ego is stopping you from your speaking your mind and I feel as though you're trying to protect someone's image or something's image, and you're just being asked to stand up for yourself. So everyone in Pile 5, what's going to happen is all of you are going to choose yourselves, and this will be your glow up. You're going to step into the unknown and fight for yourself. There's 3 bird cards here, and I think this means really speaking your mind and what you know to be true, and also transition and change. You're finding your passion, and I feel like you've begun to speak your mind and let out pent up and repressed anger, and you've freed yourself from something that was really hurting you, or you will. And you found people who will help you, and you're letting the past be in the past. With the Black Cat card, I always think of this as you're on the right track. So doing this and choosing yourself and speaking your mind about what's not satisfying you anymore is going to lead to your ultimate fulfillment. With Big Happy Changes, I really see that this is the correct path for you, and it's part of your destiny. With recovery here, I'm seeing that this is a healing time for everyone watching this video. I also have the healing card, so that's healing right now is very significant. You're taking care of yourself, you're spending time alone to heal. You've chosen yourself, and I feel as though you've had like this rapture where you feel so free because you've spoken your mind and been honest with yourself and other people about what you truly deserve and want. Your throat chakra activation has liberated you in a lot of ways. You're seeing things in a different light, in a different perspective, and it's a good one. It's one that makes you realize that you're still trying to find solid ground in this new chapter, but you can ground yourself in this mentality, and you know that the path forward is beautiful. You know it's what you deserve is all of the good things. You've had to let go of something or someone to get here, and it was a hard decision to make, but you're already seeing that it was the right decision for you. And you might feel like you have a lot going on and a lot of things to handle right now, but you can adapt, and you will adapt. And you're handling this very well. The more you speak your mind and speak what's true to you, the more empowered you're going to feel. You're being asked to continue to lean on your knowing and what you know to be true to yourself, for yourself, and continue to speak your truth, because this is the road to your glow up, is continuing to speak what's true to you and not letting anyone else's beliefs make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, because you do. I'm hearing that song, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes. I see so much joy in your life now that you've made these changes for yourself. With the first house here, I see you taking care of your body and really leaning into self-care at this time. What Spirit really wants for you is for this period to be a healing period. I feel as though you are having hope in your life that you haven't had for a very long time, because you've made this change. And you're really enjoying yourself and like getting to love yourself and trust yourself because you're speaking your mind. There's so much happiness in these cards, and it had to come from pain, and that sucks. But you're getting your life back, and that's beautiful. And you can grow here, and you will grow here in this new stage. You've really trusted your intuition and made the changes you needed to make for yourself, and I can feel how hard this was, but I can also feel how liberated you feel right now, and I'm so happy for you. I mean, what more could you want? You've done what you needed to do. You were brave. I'm hearing Sarah Bareilles' song, Brave. So, Spirit might be wanting you to listen to that. With the 3 birds here, and that also reminds me of 3 little birds. Da, da, da. sat on my window. Anyway, forgive me for singing. So, these cards show that you might not be feeling very rooted all of the time, and you're with the first house card here and other cards in the spread. I think you're really being called back into your body and to ground yourself in whatever way you can, to take walks when you need to, and calm your mind, meditate when you can as well. Because I feel like these cards are saying the world's your oyster, and you've made the changes you needed to, and you're completely on the right path. But it's not going to all the shifts and changes aren't going to happen in the blink of an eye. They'll happen throughout your healing journey. But have faith in the fact you made the right decision. When you just get into your body and feel how you feel right now, I promise you, it'll affirm your decision. It's when you get to in your head that you might start second guessing the choices you made. Whatever is your truth, continue to honor it, because you have so much good coming for you. I'm seeing the months between February and December are significant for you. So it's pretty broad, but I feel like you're going through massive changes right now. And your glow up is you choosing yourself and fighting for yourself and knowing your limit. You have a lot of good coming in for you. I'm very proud of you for making this choice, because this can be hard to do on an egoic standpoint, but this was definitely the right call. Whenever something expands your life instead of contracts it, that's always the right call, and we can only walk as far as we can carry stuff. That's not the phrase. Basically, you had to let go of some stuff, and you were carrying too much, and you let go of the things that weren't worth carrying anymore. And it's been for the best. I just feel your happiness at finally speaking your truth and what matters to you and standing up for yourself. And I can tell this was completely, this is freedom. What I'm seeing is freedom. And a newfound love for yourself. From yourself. And that's pretty damn cool. So, yeah. Pile 5. I think your psychic abilities are also opening. You're now that you've listened to your intuition and are honoring your intuitive hits and making the decision to stand up for yourself when you have that intuitive hit to do so, your abilities are continuing to increase. Your intuition has to be fed, and that's by following it and trusting your gut, and you're doing that, so it's expanding your psychic gifts. So yeah, Pile 5, this is all I'm getting for you. It was an honor to read for you, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, Pile 6, if you chose the dark blue indigo, it's not indigo, but dark blue, then this is your reading. And this color corresponds with the third eye. So part of your glow up is definitely third eye activations. So, I'm feeling a little ungrounded as I tap into your energy. You have a lot going on in your life right now, I think. Okay. So, Pile 6, your glow up is that you realize that not all that glitters is gold. You've realized that material success can only make you, it can only satisfy you for so long. It's an instant gratification. You realize there's things in your life that gave you instant gratification that wouldn't sustain you in the long run. And you let go of things and you healed. You've definitely gone through a very difficult time. And your glow up is in you taking care of your body and finding your life force again. You've been through a massive transformation and are practicing good sustaining habits. With the braid here, I see doing the same things that you know will sustain you and forming those habits that give you fulfillment. You've had to let go of things with clean your space and black burning bowl ritual. I'm seeing you've let go of things in your life that weren't serving you and didn't fulfill you. You have let go of a lot of things. And I feel like you're at a time in your life where you've chosen yourself and you're definitely in a new chapter where you're calling in people that really sustain you, and you've found what sustains you in the long run and will be a solid foundation for your passion and happiness. You followed your intuition to know what really satisfies you. Because with the zebra here, I'm seeing that you're an adventurer. You have a free spirit and a zest for life. I also see that in the flame card. And I think that whatever was in your life was really dulling your shine and not letting you fly in the way you needed to. So you've chosen yourself and you've figured out what truly gives you vitality and lifts you up rather than keeps you stuck on the ground in a metaphorical sense. You've transformed and you've followed what's really what really matters to you. With Black Moon Lilith, I see that you're really following what you desire and what brings you this fulfillment, and you're not going after things because they're what the majority of people would go after for success. That saying that's this looks good on paper. I don't know. You aren't following the status quo on what people think people should desire, what people like money, or you've realized satisfaction is much more complex than that, and you've started to take action towards the things that you feel that nudge and that desire for, and you're creating a habit out of this, a good habit. I feel like you're bringing in past life relationships. You're in a phase of your life where you aren't the same person you were a few years ago. You're living for yourself rather than other people. And you've surrendered to the things you can't change, but you are taking action towards the things you can. You have a very good perspective, and you're taking opportunities when they call, when they beckon for you. And you're in this beautiful, blissful time, and your glow up is this new chapter, but it came through a lot of endurance and a lot of hardship. I feel like you know that some people don't see your perspective, but that's okay, because really you're just following what lights you up and fulfills you, and not everyone's gonna get it. That's the first rule of Fight Club. With Saturn return, I see this happens around the age of 27 and 54, and I see that these changes are preparing you for that time, and the Saturn return is a time of abundance and one's purpose. So these changes have brought you to the place you were meant to be in. And with Write a Gratitude List, I'm seeing that you just have a very peaceful perspective towards life, and you've really figured it out. In your glow up you have. If you aren't resonating with this being how you are right now. This is where you're headed because of letting go of these things that didn't serve you. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over. And you were able to do, and maybe people didn't understand what you were doing or didn't understand the moves you were making. But with the visionary card, it says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. I feel like you took a leap in the dark. With these cards too, it's like you took a leap in the dark but you could see a light in this darkness and knew on an intuitive level where you were headed, and it was the right call. And people around you probably were like, what are you doing? But life would be really boring if you were living it for other people and their happiness. And you chose your happiness and what you knew to be true for yourself. And this takes a tremendous amount of self-knowledge and self-growth. You're a very individual person. You're like that Taylor Swift song, Me. So that's cool. I never drew the tarot for you guys, so let's look at your tarot cards. So maybe things in your life aren't happening according to plan, but that's all right. Gotta roll with the punches. Yeah, this is cool. Okay. So these similar cards were drawn for, I think, pile 1. So you might have been drawn to that pile, but don't put me on that. We have the Son of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Cups, the Fool, the Sun, the Empress, and the Mother of Swords. So I feel like you really had to believe in yourself and go for this. I think some people didn't understand what you were doing and making changes for yourself. And just because they can't see your vision doesn't mean the vision doesn't exist. They just can't see the way you see. And with the Ace of Cups, I see that you had really nourished yourself and filled up your cup. Same with this Vessel card. So you were able to trust your path and know that where you're headed was right. You've been trusting yourself and your knowledge above anyone else's, and you took this leap of faith towards your joy. And it's brought you to this very powerful, abundant situation because your life is reflecting the fact that you made the right decision and made the right choice. And there's always going to be negative energies directed at us. That's just a part of life, and you're living in abundance regardless of that. You're headed, if not already, at a very beautiful chapter in your life. And it's because you chose yourself and listened to yourself above all else. We are our own guru, right? You know, we know what's best for us more than any external thing does. And you've come to realize that. You have a lot to look forward to. As long as you keep this mentality and have this gratitude for where your life is at, things will just keep getting better and you'll keep growing closer and closer to yourself. Like, all roads lead home. And I feel like you have a very good relationship with yourself, and this is something to be very proud of. You've made it very far in your healing journey. You've ran a marathon in self-development. You're very in touch with yourself, and this scares, like, this transformation card, a lot of people aren't able to get to this level of self-understanding because they're scared what they're going to find. This also with the Black Moon Lilith, like, this is about, like, the dark desires and the darkness of, like, our shadow and what we might not want to look at. And the fact that you have done this work shows the fortitude of your spirit. So you have a lot to be proud of. Yeah. It was an honor to read for you, Pile 6. This is a very pretty color, too. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye. Okay, pile 7, if you chose the dark purple, then this is your reading on your glow up. And the dark purple corresponds to the crown chakra. So you're definitely very connected to spirit. When I first started recording for you, it didn't work, and I saw 1331 on the clock, so that might be a significant number for you. And also, there was another thing. Oh yeah, my spirit guides were saying, welcome to Fight Club, and in a lot of my readings I get, first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. Anyway, it's almost as though you are also convening with spirit often. Your glow up is, you already know about it, man. Because, ask your angels, you definitely communicate with the spirit realm. Also, the numbers 9 and 6 came out, which could have to do with July and September, but also in numerology, 6 and 9 are both numbers of love for, this is micro love and this is macro love. This is love for humanity and this is love for the people you know, right? So you would definitely have evolved into this very wise person. Your glow up, so I also drink coffee, or not coffee, Coke. A second ago, I sometimes struggle with drinking caffeine too late at night, and that might be something that you struggle with as well. Spirit's just throwing that in there, that maybe we shouldn't do that, and it might cause some anxiety late at night. So, your glow up was that you went through a lot of destruction and chaos in your life that led you to this wisdom and this discernment and this connection with spirit. You've gone through the dark night of the soul and you've ascended. And you know this. This spread is basically you have ascended, you are very well connected to spirit, and spirit's almost coming through as this being a pep talk and reminding you to play more and have more fun with your life. And it's almost as though spirit's getting a word in about things they think will help you continue to glow up. You might isolate more than spirit wants you to. They're asking you to find a community of like-minded people that understand your point of view. After ascending, it's hard because there's less people who understand your point of view. But what Spirit's saying about your glow up is that the Thief card came out, and the light attribute is sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And Spirit's saying that this glow up you've had, you've got this for the rest of your life. You've ascended and been initiated into this realm of spirit. And Spirit's saying to make a vision board. I feel like this would be a good way for you to manifest, and that things will come in very soon when you do that. You were connected to the sacred waters. I think Spirit's asking you to drink more water. And know that you have automatic access to this replenishment and this self-care, and it's okay for you to rest when you need to. I really do think Spirit wants you to connect with people more, though. With the Fox card here, this is a lot about the connections in your life, and with the community card too. Spirit's asking you to connect more with people who understand you and light you up and sustain you. You don't have to do this journey on Earth alone. With the Firefly, I'm seeing Spirit's asking you when you have bursts of energy to use them, because we can't have, energy has ups and downs like everything in life, and we have our periods of rest, and we also have our periods of doing shit, and you're being asked to do shit when you have that burst of inspiration. With the Mentor, I'm getting that you help a lot of people with your wisdom and with your knowledge, and people like you are few and far between. So, yeah, this is just, your glow up is that you've ascended. And that can be really lonely, but you're not alone. There are people who understand you and understand what you've gone through. Your main thing is be assertive, know who the fuck you are, and go for the things you want to. Because the universe is working with you, and you can be confident in going after things and trusting your intuition. You know this, but maybe Spirit just wants you to act more and connect with more people. Okay? We're going to look at the tarot cards now. The Empress. That should be the thumbnail. Okay. Mother of Swords in reverse. This has come out, this pair, in the first pile and then the last pile. Mother of Wands. Okay, I see why. And Death. It's different energy in this one, but you probably read tarot too, so you know that. There's different energy in the same cards in different piles. And then we have the Two of Wands on the back. So you're this vessel for Spirit. You definitely channel. There's so many words we could call you, but I feel like Spirit's saying that you don't have to block as many people out of your life as you have been. There are people who understand what you're going through and would love to connect with you. And you're hot shit, and you should just be confident in yourself and know that it's okay if people don't align with you. That means they're just not on your level. Spirit's asking you to have confidence in making decisions for yourself and going for things you want to go for, and knowing that if it isn't right for you, it won't work out, and only the best is meant for you, right? So, like, if things don't work out, it's in your best interest. It's just not energetically aligned with you because you're at this high vibration. And with Death, we go through so many cycles and so many ups and downs. We have to let go of things so new things can come in. And I feel like you've experienced a lot of this. And it might make you fearful of losing what you already have, but only better things will be coming in for you. And Spirit's really making that clear. And you have some long-lasting friendships coming in too, and you're really being asked not to isolate. You're this beautiful person, and I just heard the phrase resting on your laurels, which I don't even know what laurels are, but that might be relevant to somebody listening. Yeah, you're just being asked to follow your joy and trust in the path you're on, and trust when things don't work out that better things are on their way. And really this is about acting and being assertive and doing what you feel called to do, even when it's scary. You're being asked to, with the Thief card here, it's your light could never be stolen. You're far too wise for that to happen now, and I feel like you've dealt with takers and vampires in the past, but you're at a phase in your development where those things won't happen. Your light can't be stolen from you. So you're being asked to just take action and, interact with the world. It's hard whenever you lose people and things in this life. But when you are this developed, you know that it often leads to, it ends up leading to our highest good, right? When things don't align with us, it's easier to intellectualize that when things don't align with us, it means that better's on its way, but it's hard to really embrace that energetically. I think you're being asked to move into that energy of practicing faith in the fact that only good is headed your way, and when things leave, it means something's better is heading for you. So yeah, you have a lot of good headed for you. this is really an intimate spread. I think Spirit and you are very well connected. And there's a lot of love here. You're just being told all you have to do is act, and you're way closer to succeeding than you even think. Like, the dreams you have and the goals you have, you're one step away. You just got to take the next right step. So yeah, that's all I'm getting for you, Pile 7. It was an honor to read for you. I will see you in another reading.